Hello everyone. In this video, I will be discussing immunization and regulatory considerations with regard to duration. In the last video, we assumed that financial institution manager wants to structure the duration of assets and liabilities to immunize the equity or net worth, which we indicated by E. Net worth of the financial institution's equity owners from interest rate shocks. However, regulators periodically monitor the solvency or net worth positions of financial institutions using a capital adequacy ratio. So regulators set minimum target ratio for a bank's net worth. The simplest is the ratio of bank's capital to its asset, which is this one. Okay, capital or net worth divided by asset. Now, given the regulated minimum capital adequacy ratios, and financial institution manager may be interested in immunizing against the changes in capital ratio, I mean this part. That is, the immunization target is no longer to set change in equity equals to 0, rather than changing this capital ratio equals to 0 should be the new target. For example, in Australia from 2015, financial institutions must report a simple leverage ratio as a part of their capital regulations. And financial institution manager may target a particular level of this ratio, then use the immunization strategy to ensure that it is maintained. Obviously, immunizing this equity, I mean delta equity equals to 0, cannot be same strategy as immunizing this delta equity ratio, I mean the net worth ratio. As a result, financial institution manager has a problem. A portfolio constructed to immunize delta equity would have different duration characteristics than that required to immunize this delta equity ratio. Or if I say more simply, the manager could satisfy either financial institution shareholders or regulators, but not both simultaneously. Okay. More specifically, when the objective is to immunize this one, I mean delta equity, to set delta equity equals to 0, finance manager should restructure the balance sheet so that delta duration of asset equals to duration of liabilities multiplied by the leverage ratio. By comparison, to immunize this one, I mean delta equity ratio, the manager should set the duration of asset equals to duration of liabilities. In this scenario, I mean the later one, the leverage adjustment effects drops out, you can see. So if duration of asset equals to 5, then immunizing to net worth ratio should simply require the duration of liability portfolio equals to 5. Okay, so you understand that there is a dilemma that whether the financial institution's manager will satisfy their shareholders by having an immunization strategy for the delta equity equals to 0, or they comply their regulators by setting delta capital ratio equals to 0. So that's the end of this video. In the next video, we discuss the problems or difficulties associated with applying this duration gap model. Thank you.